Hey Bougie, click. Are you dealing with jealous family members? Is it affecting your mental health? Envy within family relationships can be quite complex. While it's a natural emotion, when left unchecked, envy can lead to negative behaviors that may impact family dynamics and individual well-being. Although we can't choose our family, there are ways to combat their behaviors and stay sane. What is envy? Envy is the sentiment of dissatisfaction or longing for someone else's advantages, success, possessions, and so on. It involves a yearning to possess something that another person has. The term comes from the Latin word invidia, which means to look upon with malice. This is why envy can sometimes be associated with feelings of ill will towards the person who has what one desires. As a noun, envy refers to the actual feeling of wanting what someone else has, whether it's their success, possessions, or qualities. As a verb, to envy someone means to desire the qualities or possessions that another person has. Understanding envy. To experience envy, 3 criteria must be fulfilled. Initially, we must encounter an individual, or individuals, who possess something, whether it be a possession, trait, or accomplishment, that we lack. Secondly, we need to covet that particular thing for ourselves. Lastly, we must be emotionally affected by the feelings connected to it. I use personally affected because this individual aspect distinguishes envy from feelings like indignation or a sense of unfairness. To sum up, envy stems from the desire for what others have, resulting in personal distress. Envy is characterized by malice and stinginess, and is considered by some as the most disgraceful of the deadly sins. People rarely admit to feeling envious, sometimes not even to themselves. Envy is deeply ingrained in the human psyche, and common to all times and people. In the Bible, it is from envy that Cain murdered Abel, and through the devil's envy that death entered the world. Envy is often targeted at those we perceive as our competitors or those we compare ourselves to. 9 to 5 people do not envy millionaires, but they may envy other 9 to 5 people who are more successful. When envy is repressed, it can turn into resentment, shifting the hurt from our own feelings of inadequacy or failure onto a scapegoat such as immigrants or Black people. These scapegoats are blamed for our difficulties, singled out, and eventually sacrificed, similar to the crucifixion of Jesus. Envy within family relationships can be quite complex. While it's a natural emotion, when left unchecked, envy can lead to negative behaviors that may impact family dynamics and individual well-being. Here are some ways envious family members might cause difficulties. Strained relationships. Persistent envy can create resentment and competition, undermining trust and camaraderie within the family. Poor communication. Envy might lead to bad communication habits, as individuals may avoid sharing successes or happiness to prevent triggering envy in others. Mental health impact. The stress of dealing with envy can contribute to mental suffering, including feelings of inadequacy and discontent. Social positioning. Envy is often about positioning within social structures, and in a family, this can lead to power struggles and conflicts over perceived inequalities. How to deal with jealous family members. Jealous relatives are real, and they can create issues for the entire family. Family relationships are meant to be a source of joy, but having a jealous family member can make you feel truly unfortunate. There's a saying that goes, blood is thicker than water. In my opinion, blood is more jealous, too. It's so sad to know that jealousy might motivate your aunts, cousins, or even your siblings to hurt you. And when it comes from family members, the hurt is deeper. Plus, they can cause a lot of unnecessary stress in your life. They can drain you emotionally and make you feel bad about yourself. What are the signs of jealous family members? While it may seem simple to identify envy in others, some individuals exhibit subtle behaviors or use indirect language. Signs of jealousy from a family member can manifest as criticism, whether direct or behind one's back, passive-aggressive actions, such as forgetting to fulfill a promise or intentionally undermining a plan, gossip, or outright falsehoods. Keep an eye out for these additional indicators. They're never impressed. Have you ever observed that your cousin or sister doesn't seem to appreciate your accomplishments? Envious family members may downplay your successes by suggesting that they are easily achievable by many others. This conduct usually mirrors their own feelings of insecurity. They try and one-up you. Within every family, there is typically one individual who aims to surpass everyone else. Mention a promotion, and now they are CEO. You get a new apartment, they are buying a house. Avoid being caught up in their competitive spirit, instead, focus on your own path. They get angry when you give them advice. When individuals are consumed by envy, they tend to quickly become defensive and are resistant to having their perceived flaws pointed out. Despite your well-meaning intentions, they may not take your advice positively. Instead, they might see it as an attempt to show superiority over them. Seeing them makes you feel bad about yourself. Engaging with your family should bring about feelings of warmth and affection. If you notice that you're leaving family events feeling more downhearted than when you arrived, it could be a sign of a problem. Your family should support your goals and cheer for your accomplishments. They are extra critical. If your aunt or cousin often highlights your flaws or makes negative comments about you, it could be a sign of jealousy. Insecure individuals criticize others to feel better about themselves, often focusing on minor details. Stay resilient and don't let their words impact you. How to deal with toxic relatives. Keep your mouth shut. While family connections are unchangeable, dealing with envious family members can be managed effectively. The crucial approach is to maintain distance when it comes to your personal matters. Details like a new home purchase, upcoming promotion, or new relationships should only be shared with those who provide support. Steer clear of making your goals or personal news the topic of their discussions. Criticism and spreading negativity about your life could be the result. Avoid giving them more reasons to gossip and engage in pessimistic conversations. Stop feeling guilty. There's no need to feel guilty for not sharing your entire life with others. Sometimes, loving from a distance is necessary. It's normal to worry about being perceived negatively when you're just prioritizing self-care. Limit interaction. If you are invited to family gatherings, feel free to attend, but be cautious about what you disclose to them. Enjoy their company and the time spent together. However, there may be instances where jealous relatives do not extend invitations to their events. In such cases, it's best not to feel disheartened and avoid forcing yourself into their circle. Limiting face-to-face interactions with them might be the most suitable approach. Why spend time with someone who doesn't positively impact your life? Remember, it's perfectly acceptable to establish boundaries with specific individuals. You can still care for them from a distance. Avoid confrontation. Organizing a family gathering to tackle jealousy might escalate tensions, as not everyone feels at ease opening up about their emotions. The crucial point is to approach the situation with love and compassion, steering clear of negativity caused by envious family members. Strive to foster harmony within the family by giving praise and spreading positivity. Despite the difficulty, choosing the path of understanding will yield positive results down the line. When discussing achievements, attribute them to effort or luck without coming across as critical, as their envy might be rooted in their own uncertainties. Take care of yourself first. It's common to get caught up in jealousy and the negative emotions it brings. Yet, prioritizing self-care is key to maintaining emotional well-being. Consider journaling or meditating when feelings of anger or sadness arise. Show yourself compassion and practice patience. While it's natural to feel upset by their behavior, strive not to let it overwhelm you. Why do people get jealous? At times, jealous family members may struggle internally. They might admire your achievements while feeling envious of their own unmet goals, which can trigger feelings of inadequacy. Remember, their challenges are not yours to bear. They need to address these emotions independently, so you don't have to carry the burden of their feelings. You shouldn't diminish your successes to spare their emotions. Stay confident and proud of your accomplishments. Don't let their behavior impact your self-esteem and confidence. With time, you might find that your absence either strengthens their appreciation for you or nothing changes. Forgiveness is key to prevent bitterness from taking hold. Seek to comprehend the root of their jealousy and sympathize with their situation. Perhaps they envy your new relationship due to their own single status, or they desire your job because they haven't found work they are passionate about. This understanding can foster empathy for their challenges. Ultimately, you can only govern your own actions, leading the way to inner peace. Causes of sibling jealousy. Sibling rivalry is a common occurrence, especially among siblings of the same gender or close age. These are individuals you have known since birth, sharing every milestone together. However, if not resolved, childhood sibling rivalry can transform into jealousy in adulthood. Here are some reasons why this transition occurs. Parental influence. Parents frequently establish high expectations for their children, creating difficulties, particularly when one child meets these standards while another does not. Occasionally, families unknowingly encourage unhealthy competition among siblings, resulting in lasting jealousy that can affect adult relationships. Hitting milestones at different times. As you and your sibling enter adulthood, you may begin achieving various milestones and leading different lifestyles. This might lead to competition regarding who gets married first, who has children first, who purchases a house first, and so on. Jealousy can appear in different behaviors among people, making it difficult to recognize when a family member is envious. By understanding common signs of jealousy, you can address the issue early on. Other typical signs of jealousy include: they fail to acknowledge your achievements when others do. Their expectations of you keep increasing. A family member frequently mentions how effortless your life seems. They imitate everything you do. Their joy is evident when things don't go your way. Giving insincere compliments when discussing others. Spreading rumors or misinformation about others. What do you think? Are jealous family members driving you crazy? Let me know in the comment section. Stay bougie.